Okay, so now all of you, what the thing we discussed in the previous session, based on that, we just try to summarize the point quickly, and then we will try to proceed further for our next point is that. But I want that your response, at least in this session. So be ready to give me that answer of my question. Okay. So in the previous session, we discussed that first, the semiconductor. Okay. And as you know that the semiconductor is of two types. One is intrinsic semiconductor. What is mean by intrinsic semiconductor? In one line, which is in its purest form. Okay. Then second type, we call it a extrinsic semiconductor. What is mean by extrinsic semiconductor?
Doped semiconductor.
When we dope the intrinsic semiconductor, it is known as a extrinsic semiconductor. Now, doping means what?
Impurity.
Doping is the process of adding impurity. It's a process. That process is known as a doping. Now, based on that, which types of impurity is added? Extrinsic semiconductor has its two types. Which are these two types?
N-type semiconductor and P-type.
N-type, and second one is?
P-type.
P-type semiconductor. Very good. Now, if I consider that a N-type semiconductor, this is a N-type semiconductor. What are the majority charge carriers in a N-type semiconductor?
Electrons.
It's a free electrons. And what are the minority charge carriers in a N-type semiconductor?
Holes.
It's a thermally generated holes. Now, when I consider P-type semiconductor, if I say that this is a piece of a P-type semiconductor, then what are the majority carriers in a P-type semiconductor?
Holes.
It's a holes. And what are the minority charge carriers in a P-type semiconductor?
Electrons.
Electrons.
Huh?
Electrons.
Electrons.
Free electrons. Okay. Now, what is the charge of a N-type semiconductor?
Negative.
Will you please repeat once again? I'm not clearly listening.
Negative.
It's a negative. What is the charge of a P-type semiconductor?
Positive.
So this answer is totally wrong. The charge of N-type and P-type semiconductor is electrically neutral. Electrically neutral. Please remember these things. तुम्ही इथं फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हे मेजॉरिटी चार्ज कॅरियर आहेत म्हणून याला एन टाइप आणि म्हणून याचा चार्ज इलेक्ट्रॉन काय निगेटिव्ह. इट्स नॉट द कंप्लीट और क्लियर कन्सेप्ट. द चार्ज is depends upon atomic number. It means that how many protons and how many electrons are present. It is not related to how many free electrons and holes are present. So the charge of both type of a semiconductor is electrically neutral. And now, please remember these things. Most of the times, this MCQ may ask for the university exam. And after that, we discuss that PN junction diode. Okay, what is the definition of a PN junction diode? How you define it? When P-type semiconductor is combined with N-type semiconductor, then this whole structure is known as a PN junction. As you know that the holes are majority charge carriers in the P region and that electrons are the majority charge carriers in the N region. So when these two semiconductor materials are combined together, then in a very short time, in the P region, the negative ion layer is formed near to the boundary, and in the N region, the positive ion layer is formed near the boundary. So once this layer is formed near to the boundary in both the region, then this layer will oppose the further movement of free electrons and holes across the junction, and that layer is called as depletion layer, and another one name is space charge region. So what that depletion region it contains negative ion and the positive ion. It means that immobile ion, uncompensated ion, the depletion layer it consists. And as it consists of a positive ion layer and the negative ion layer, so certain potential exists near to the boundary or in between these two layers, and that potential will always oppose the movement of electrons and holes across the junction, so that this potential is known as a barrier potential. Experimentally, it is observed that the barrier potential for silicon is how much?
0.7.
Absolutely correct. It's approximate 0.7, and for germanium,
0.3.
it's a 0.3 is there. Is it that clear? So these things we discussed in the previous session is there. And then, as I say that when one electrode is connected to the P region and that another electrode is connected to that N region, then this entire structure is known as a PN junction diode. So that electrode which is connected to the P region is considered as a positive anode, and that electrode which is connected to that N region acts as a negative terminal of a diode. We say that it's a cathode. Get it my point? It means that if I say that this block diagram of a PN junction diode, if I want to represent with the symbol, then the symbol used for this PN junction diode is this one. This is the diode symbol is there. It's a two terminal. This is the first terminal. This is the second terminal. Out of these two terminal, the terminal which is connected to this arrow acts as a positive terminal, and the terminal which is connected to this one vertical line, we say that bar, it acts as a negative terminal. And this is the anode and this is the cathode. Get it my point? So in this way, you can identify the positive and the negative terminal of a diode here. And then one basic purpose behind the formation of this PN junction diode is that the diode can conduct the current in a one direction only, and in this way over. The current can flow in the diode from positive to negative only. Get it my point? And now we have to discuss that the basic working of this PN junction diode. Basic working of this, the PN junction diode is there. Is it right? Give me 1 minute. So see that if I want to discuss that how this PN junction diode it actually works. So for that, the diode, or we call it a biasing of a PN junction diode. The title is biasing of PN junction diode. The biasing means how actually it works in the circuit. That's called as the biasing, and it has its two types. One is forward bias. Forward bias. Now see that first thing is that how to connect the diode in a forward bias, and second thing is that how it works actually when it is connected in a forward bias. So as you know that when I try to draw the block diagram here, so this is, I say that it's a PN junction diode. Is it right? This is the PN junction diode. We know that in the P region, the negative ion layer is formed, and in the N region, the positive ion layer is exist. In the P region, the holes are the majority charge carriers, and in the N region, electrons are the majority charge carriers. Get it, my point? And now I say that when the P region, as I say that it is acts as a positive terminal, and this N region, it acts as a negative terminal. So when the P region, when it is connected to the positive terminal of an external battery, and N region, when it is connected to the negative terminal of an external battery, that time we say that this diode is connected in a forward bias. So that here I say that it is a forward bias voltage. Get it, my point? Or in terms of symbol, if I say that, now this is the symbol of a PN junction diode. As you know that this acts as a positive, this acts as a negative. When the positive terminal of a diode, when it is connected to the positive terminal of external supply, and the negative terminal of a diode, when it is connected to the negative terminal of external supply, that time we say that this diode is connected in a forward bias. Is it that clear? And now all of you just concentrate towards this circuit diagram, block diagram. Now give me that the positive terminal of external supply, as it is connected to the P region, what are the majority carriers in the P region?
Holes.
Holes. Let me try to draw little bit bigger diagram so that you will get the things here. So here I say that this is P region, this is N region. In the P region, the negative ion layer is exist. In the N region, the positive ion layer is exist. Is it right? This layer, width of this layer, we call it's a width of the depletion layer. Depletion layer. In the P region, holes are the majority charge carriers. In the N region, electrons are the majority charge carriers. And now this P region is connected to positive terminal of external battery, and this N region is connected to negative terminal of external battery. That time we say that diode is connected in forward bias. And now you have just mentioned here, when the positive terminal is connected to the P region, and in the P region, the holes are the majority charge carrier. What is the charge of a holes?
Positive.
Positive. So can I say that the positive, definitely there is a force of repulsion. So it means that as the positive terminal of a battery is connected to the P region, so it will repel the holes towards the junction. And this is called as a junction. Is it right? It will repel, means holes are repelled from the terminal of a battery and they try to penetrate into the depletion region. Similarly, if you observe that the negative terminal of external battery is connected to that N region, and what are the majority carriers in the N region? It's electrons. What is the charge of electrons? It's a negative. So that negative force of repulsion is there, so that the free electrons are also try to repel from the terminal of a battery, and they always try to move towards the junction, move towards the depletion region. And from both the side, as the holes and electrons are trying to penetrate into the depletion region, so that as the forward bias voltage increases, the width of the depletion region is get reduced or decreases. Why? Because from both the region, the majority charge carriers are trying to penetrate into the depletion region. And when they penetrate into the depletion region, and when they penetrate into the depletion region and when they cross the junction, actually the current, it will start to flow. But let me know that in the depletion region, what is present? What is present in the depletion region?
Electrons and holes.
It means that the layer of electron or the negative ion and the layer of the positive ion, not electron and holes, are present in the depletion region. It's uncompensated ions are present. It means that I say that the barrier potential is exist. Is it right? Barrier potential is exist in the depletion region. In terms of silicon, that potential is 0.7 volt. In terms of germanium, that potential is 0.3 volt. And what is the main function of that barrier potential? जोपर्यंत हे barrier potential available आहे या depletion region मध्ये, this barrier potential will not allow the free electrons and holes to cross the junction. So that when this forward bias voltage, when it is less than the barrier potential, जर फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज हे बॅरियर पोटेन्शियल पेक्षा कमी आहे असं कन्सिडर करा. आता आपण असं अज्युम करूया की हा सिलिकॉन पीएन जंक्शन डायोड आहे आणि आता आपण ग्राफ ड्रॉ करायचा प्रयत्न करूया. and that is nothing but it's a forward bias voltage and this is the forward bias current. आता ज्यावेळेस मी म्हणतो की फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज 0 आहे, हे व्होल्टेज 0 आहे असं कन्सिडर करा. मग हे व्होल्टेज 0 असेल तर फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आणि होल्स जंक्शन क्रॉस करतील का? येस और नो?
No.
कारण इथं बॅरियर पोटेन्शियल विल नॉट अलाउड टू क्रॉस द जंक्शन सो दॅट द करंट. आता जर फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आणि होल्स मूव्ह झाले नाहीत, त्यांनी कंप्लीट क्लोज पाथ घेतला नाहीत, म्हणजे करंट फ्लो होणार नाही. आता ज्यावेळेस मी असं कन्सिडर करतो की माझं फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज हे 0.3 व्होल्ट आहे, मग आता इथं बॅरियर पोटेन्शियल किती अवेलेबल आहे? 0.7 आहे. बरोबर आहे. मग आपलं फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज किती अवेलेबल आहे? 0.3 आहे. म्हणजे कोणतं जास्त आहे? बॅरियर पोटेन्शियल जास्त आहे. मग जर बॅरियर पोटेन्शियल जास्त असेल तर 0.3 व्होल्टला इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आणि होल्स जंक्शन क्रॉस करतील का?
No.
Absolutely no. Means I say that for 0.3 no current will flow through it. आता मी म्हणतो की माझं फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज हे 0.5 आहे, आता क्रॉस करतील का?
No.
तरी पण करणार नाही. आता मी म्हणतो की माझं व्होल्टेज जे आहे हे आहे 0.7 व्होल्ट. आता काय होईल? Definitely few electrons can cross the junction because applied voltage is equal to barrier potential, and as the electrons and the holes, they are always try to penetrate, their tendency is to they try to penetrate into the depletion region. So then depletion region is, I say that, get reduces. It means that as we increase the forward bias voltage, the barrier potential is also get decreases. It means that up to the barrier potential of a diode, a very small current will flow through the PN junction diode is there. And when my forward bias voltage, when it is greater than the barrier potential, then definitely the one point it comes, the barrier potential, it will be completely zero. And if the barrier potential will be 0, it means that the no obstacle for the movement of electrons and holes. So in that case, the electrons can move from N region to the P region. They acts as a negative ion. They will be attracted towards the positive terminal. So this is the direction of a flow of a free electron. So that we say that the conventional direction of a current is always a flow from positive terminal towards the negative terminal. It means that from this point, the current will be increases linearly. And this is the linear graph is there. And the linear means what? As voltage increases, the current is also increases. So this is a point. This is a voltage from which the current can be in a linear with the voltage, or the current will increases as per the voltage. So this voltage is known as knee voltage, and this knee voltage is always approximately equal to the barrier potential is there. Get it my point? And then you may say that आता या 0.7 नंतर आपण कितीही व्होल्टेज वाढवू शकतो आणि करंट त्याच्यानुसार इन्क्रीज होत जाणार. नो, because this is a component and that every component has its maximum capacity. It means that for this diode also, up to what value the current it will be increases, that is also it has its maximum level, and it is decided at the time of manufacturing. It has its maximum level, and this is a point of a maximum voltage. म्हणजे तिथपर्यंत मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज देऊ शकतो आणि त्यापर्यंत मॅक्सिमम करंट त्या डायोड मधून फ्लो होऊ शकतो. मग आता कोणाच्या मनामध्ये असा प्रश्न येईल की काय होईल की बाबा या मॅक्सिमम व्होल्टेज पेक्षा जर आपण फॉरवर्ड बायस व्होल्टेज वाढवलं तर मग करंट वाढेल काय? You know that when the current will flow through the material, the heat energy is generated. If you increase the forward bias voltage above the maximum level, so definitely the maximum current can flow, but this current will completely damage this PN junction diode permanently. So that while operating the PN junction diode, you must know this range of a forward maximum voltage and forward maximum current, and you have to take care that while operating this PN junction diode, the maximum voltage should not be greater than its limit. Similarly, the maximum current should not be greater than its capacity is there. So that thing you have to take care of it. Is it that clear? And now, if you observe that, you can easily say that in a forward bias, the current can easily flow through the diode, and this is the graph for the silicon diode, because up to the 0.7, the no current it will flow. If I want to draw the graph for the germanium diode, now what is the barrier potential for the germanium? It's a 0.3 volt. Am I right? It means that up to the 0.3 volt, no current will flow through it. But after the 0.3, the current will be increases up to the maximum level. So I say that this is the IF maximum. And this is the point where I say that it's a VF maximum. Get it, my point? So if you observe the graph for the silicon and the germanium diode, you can easily say that the current can easily flow through the forward bias diode. Current can easily flow through the forward bias diode, so that when the diode is connected in a forward bias, it offers a lesser resistance, and that resistance is in order of few ohms. आता हा पण तुम्हाला MCQ ला प्रश्न विचारला जाऊ शकतो. The forward bias diode offers a resistance in terms of ohms, in terms of mega ohms, infinite, or nothing. So your answer should be in terms of few ohms, means 10 ohms, 20 ohms, 30 ohms, and that resistance is less. Get it my point? So this is the theory behind the forward bias diode is there. Now you can try to read it. It's a forward bias. When we say that when the diode is connected in forward bias, when the positive terminal is connected to the positive terminal of external battery and the N region is connected to the negative terminal of external battery, then see that this black color small circle in a P region, it indicates the hole, and the pink color small circle in the N region, it indicates the free electrons. And when they are connected together, the holes are trying to move towards the junction. Similarly, electrons are also trying to move towards the junction, and this will reduces the width of the depletion layer. This will reduces the width of the depletion layer. So please read it. When the positive terminal of a battery is connected to P region and the negative terminal is connected to the N region, then PN junction diode is said to be in forward bias. The holes in the P regions are repelled by the positive terminal of a battery and the free electrons are repelled by the negative terminal of a battery. So some holes and free electrons enter into the depletion region. The potential barrier and the width of the depletion region decreases. Therefore, large number of majority carrier diffuse across the junction. Hole current and that electron current are the same direction and it will be sum up. Once they cross the junction, the holes in that N region and the electrons in the P region becomes the minority carrier of a charge and constitutes the minority current. Get it my point? So you can read it here. Whatever the theory I explain, the same theory, you can read it from this point is there. Okay. So if you try to know that, if you get this concept here, the very few things you have to take in your mind. In a forward bias, a current can easily flow through it, and this current is flow due to the majority carriers only. This current in the forward bias, it due to the majority charge carriers only. This is the first point. Second thing, when the diode is connected in a forward bias, it offers less resistance, is in order of few ohms. Third thing, when the diode is connected in a forward bias, the width of the depletion region and the barrier potential get reduces. So these are the three important things related to the forward bias diode is there. Okay. And then the second thing is that the reverse bias diode. Now please try to have a focus on it. What actually happened in the reverse bias condition here. If I consider now, this is a block diagram of PN junction. This is a P type. This is a N type. As you know that in the P region, the negative ion layer is present. In the N region, the positive ion layer is present. And this is, I say that, the depletion region. In the P region, the holes are the majority charge carriers, and in the N region, electrons are the majority charge carriers. And now, when the P region of a diode, when it is connected to the negative terminal of external battery, and the N region of a diode, when it is connected to the positive terminal of external battery, that time we say that diode is connected in a reverse bias. Exactly reverse. You can see that. Suppose this is the symbol of a PN junction diode. Here I say that this is the positive terminal of a diode. This is the negative terminal of a diode. When the positive terminal of a diode is connected to the negative terminal of external battery, and the negative terminal of a diode, when it is connected to the positive terminal of external battery, that time we say that diode is connected in a reverse bias. Now you can see here, the negative terminal of a battery is connected to the P region. And what are the majority carriers in the P region? It's a holes having the positive charge. So the positively charged holes and the negative terminal of a battery, definitely there is an attraction. So the holes are attracted towards the terminal of the battery. Similarly, the positive terminal is going to be connected to that N region, and that N region contains the free electrons. So there should be the attraction between the negatively charged electrons and the positive terminal of a battery. It means that in the reverse bias, the majority charge carriers in both the region, means holes in the P region and the electrons in the N regions, are get attracted towards the terminal of a battery, so that the width of the depletion layer is get increased. Exactly reverse. And when the width of the depletion layer get increases, it means that barrier potential is also increased. This is the major difference between the reverse bias and the forward bias is there. And if the barrier potential will be increases, it means that it is more difficult path for the majority charge carrier to cross the junction. and it completes its closed loop, so that no current it will flow through the reverse bias diode. No current flow through the reverse bias diode, because the majority charge carrier, these electrons, will not complete its path, so that no current will flow through the reverse bias diode is there. This is the ideal condition. But practically what happens if you say that what are the minority carriers in the P region? Can anyone give me that? What are the minority carriers in the P region?
Electron.
It's a electrons. Is it right? And what are the minority carrier in the N region?
Holes.
It's a holes. Now you can see that the positive terminal of a battery, when it is connected to the N region, the minority carriers are, they are trying to move, they are repelled from the terminal of a battery, and they are trying to move towards the depletion region. Is it right? But the generation of a minority carrier, the minority generation of a minority carrier is not depends upon this applied voltage, but it is depends upon what? It's a room temperature. I say that it's a temperature. And if I say that the temperature are constant, then definitely the minority carriers are also constant. And if the minority carriers are constant, so due to movement of a minority carrier, because though the barrier potential will increases, this barrier potential will helpful to the minority carrier to cross the junction. But as the minority carriers are very less in number and constant, so that in a reverse bias, a very negligible, a constant current flows due to the movement of a minority carriers only, and that current is called as reverse saturation current. What we call it's a reverse saturation current. Why we call it a saturation? Because this current is not depends upon applied voltage. का ते depends नहीं है, कारण minority carriers are not depends upon applied voltage. Minority carriers are depends upon temperature. And if I say that the temperature is constant, so definitely minority carriers are also constant. And due to this constant minority carrier, a very small current will flow. Actually, it is not expected. That's why this is also called as a leakage current. Because it is expected that the PN junction diode will conduct the current in only one direction, and that would be in a forward bias only. It is not expected, ideally, it is not expected to flow the current in the reverse bias, but practically it flows, and that current we call it a reverse saturation current, and this current is due to the minority carrier only. So that if I want to draw the graph for reverse bias, for that I consider that the third quadrant, because the voltage is also reverse, current is also reverse. As I say that in the reverse bias, the current will flow due to the minority carrier, and this current is almost remain constant. It is not depends upon the supply voltage. बघा तुम्ही आता या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला ग्राफ कसा दिसेल, सप्लाय व्होल्टेज तुम्ही वाढवलाय, परंतु तुमची करंटची मॅग्निट्यूड वाढलंय का बघा. It's a constant. Why it is constant? Because this current is due to the minority carrier, and this current is called as a reverse saturation current. Now again, up to what level, up to what reverse bias voltage that current will be increases, again it has some specific range. Means up to this range only the current can be constant, remain constant, and that is called as a reverse saturation current. But after this range, entire structure, this crystalline structure of this PN junction diode will be break down, and due to this breaking of the entire crystal structure, large number of charge carriers are generated in the PN junction diode, and the current will be abruptly increases at a very high value. And the voltage from which the current will abruptly increases at a very high value, that voltage is called as a breakdown voltage. नाव सुद्धा तसंच दिलेलं आहे बघा, breakdown. And this region where in which the current can abruptly increases at a very high value, that region is called as breakdown region. And practically we always avoid that region. The diode should not operate in that region. Because of why? Because in that region the current will abruptly increases at a very high value, so that when the diode will operate in this breakdown region, the diode will be permanently damaged. It means that practically we have to take care that this reverse voltage VR must be less than the VBR, breakdown voltage. And this breakdown voltage of a diode, it is given by that manufacturer. And this concept was given by one of the scientists, and his name is Zener. So that this breakdown voltage is also called as a Zener voltage. And now if you observe that the graph in the reverse bias, you can easily say that as the voltage increases, current it will not increase. It means that resistance offered by the reverse bias diode is a maximum, and that to be in terms of kilo ohm or mega ohm. It's a maximum. And now you can compare that forward bias and the reverse bias is there. Get it my point? If you try to compare that forward bias and reverse bias, you will get one thing. In forward bias, width of the depletion layer is get reduces. In the reverse bias, width of the depletion layer is get increased. In the forward bias, current will flow due to the majority carriers. In the reverse bias, current will flow due to the minority carriers. In forward bias, diode resistance is very less, is in order of few ohms. In the reverse bias, the diode gives its maximum resistance is in order of mega ohm. So this is the difference between the forward bias and the reverse bias condition. Is it right? So now it's my request to you all, please try to read the slides.
Sir, breakdown region for repeat कराई.
Breakdown
Region म्हणजे ते
Yes.
करंट कसं काय इन्क्रीज होतं ते कसं म्हणून.
Absolutely, I will repeat it. I will repeat it. And for that, the two mechanisms are there. I will repeat it. See that this is a P region. This is the N region. P region, it consists of negative ions. N region, it consists of positive ions. So when it is connected in a reverse bias, okay, the P region, the holes are the majority charge carriers. In the N regions, electrons are the majority charge carriers. But the P holes are attracted towards the positive terminal, that electrons are attracted towards the negative terminal. But as the N region consists of holes as a minority charge carriers, and P region consists of electrons as a minority charge carrier, so due to the applied voltage, the minority carriers are penetrate into the depletion region. Is it right? And due to that, the small current, it flows, and that current we call it a reverse saturation current. Okay, and that current will flow up to the certain value of a reverse bias voltage, and that voltage we call it a breakdown voltage. Okay, and from that region, once we increase the reverse bias voltage, current it will be abruptly increases. So this region is called as breakdown region. आता प्रश्न असा इथं उपस्थित झालेला आहे की breakdown region, why it occurs. And for that, as I already decided to explain this concept in the next lecture, but as you raise this question, so now I can explain here. Now you can see that to breakdown occurs in a reverse bias due to the two mechanisms. One is called as a avalanche breakdown, and another one is called as Zener breakdown. आता ऐका तो कन्सेप्ट काय आहे, तुमच्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर तुम्हाला मिळून जाईल. आता ज्यावेळेस रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज हे आपण इन्क्रीज करूया, स्टेप बाय स्टेप इन्क्रीज करू द्या, आणि ज्यावेळेस रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज हे ब्रेकडाऊन व्होल्टेज पेक्षा जास्त होईल त्यावेळेस the velocity of a minority carrier is also get increases. And as you know that the minority carriers are always try to penetrate into the depletion region, and they cross the junction, and because of that very small current it will flow through the reverse bias diode. But when the reverse bias voltage VR, when it is greater than the breakdown voltage, that time the velocity of a minority carrier is get increases, velocity increase. And due to this increase in velocity, with high velocity, when they try to penetrate into the depletion region, मग त्या depletion region मध्ये काय आहे? It's ions. Ions means covalent bond present आहेत फक्त. And due to this high velocity, when they try to penetrate into the depletion region, they always bombarding, they always collide on that covalent bond, so that the covalent bond in the depletion region are tried to break down. And when the covalent bond in the depletion region will break, so the number of charge carriers will be generated. ज्यावेळेस कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड ब्रेक होतील त्यावेळेस एक होल आणि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन तयार होतील. मग असे भरपूर कोव्हॅलंट बॉन्ड ब्रेक झाले की भरपूर फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन आणि होल तयार होतील. And that to be nothing but the minority carrier. Again they try to cross the junction. Again they swept by this VR. Is it right? And when they try to move, am I right, in the depletion region, again they break the covalent bond. म्हणजे ती covalent bond break करण्याची एक चेन तयार होते. And due to this chain reaction, the large number of covalent bonds are break and the large number of charge carriers will be generated. And you know that once the large number of charge carriers will be generated, the current will be abruptly increases. So this breakdown mechanism is called as a avalanche breakdown. Why? Because of increase in velocity of a minority charge carrier. This is the first part. And the second part is that, as you know that when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, the width of the depletion region is get increases. Get it, man? Now width of the depletion region is get increases means what is get increases? It's a breakdown or it's a barrier potential is increases. And definitely after certain value of a reverse bias voltage, when the reverse bias voltage is above the breakdown voltage, the barrier potential is increased so that the heat energy in the depletion region will be increases. And as the heat energy it will be increases, this heat energy will also break the covalent bond. And due to this high electric field, कारण याच्यामध्ये इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आहे आणि ज्यावेळेस रिव्हर्स बायस आपला वाढणार आहे, व्होल्टेज वाढणार आहे, त्यावेळेस तुमचं डिप्लिशन रिजन सुद्धा वाढलेलं असेल, म्हणजे त्या ठिकाणची इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड सुद्धा वाढली. And when that electric field it will be increases, it means that its temperature in that field is also increases. And due to increase in temperature in the barrier potential, the covalent bond are start to break it and the number of charge carriers are start to generated. And when the number of charge carriers are start to generated, the current it will be increases abnormally. And these are two effects. Now this effect, now Zener breakdown means what? Due to increase in high electricity or that high potential in the depletion region, the covalent bonds are start to break it and the number of charge carriers are generated. And these two mechanisms, avalanche breakdown and the Zener breakdown, are happen simultaneously when the VR is greater than VBR. म्हणजे या फ्री मायनॉरिटी कॅरियरची सुद्धा व्हेलॉसिटी वाढणार आणि या जंक्शन मध्ये असलेली इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड सुद्धा वाढणार. या दोन्ही मेकॅनिझम मुळे पीएन जंक्शन डायोड मध्ये द नंबर ऑफ फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स अँड होल्स आर गेट इन्क्रीज्ड. आणि ज्यावेळेस तुमच्या स्ट्रक्चर मध्ये फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल बी इन्क्रीजेस at very high value, so definitely large value of a current will flow. And due to this mechanism, Zener breakdown and that avalanche breakdown, the breakdown, it occurs only in a reverse bias. This is not in a forward bias is that. So this concept was discovered by the scientist Zener, so that this breakdown voltage is also known as a Zener voltage is there. Now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
So this is the basic mechanism behind that the reverse bias diode is there, and we have to take care that the diode should not operate in this breakdown region. कारण ज्यावेळेस तो ब्रेकडाउन रिजन मध्ये डायोड जाईल त्यावेळेस it will be permanently damaged. So that practically we have to take care that the reverse bias voltage should not be greater than the VZ. मग आता प्रश्न असा येईल की हे VZ कोण देत आहे? The manufacturer will give the value of maximum reverse bias voltage, and till now the value of VZ is in the range of 2 volt to 200 volt is that. Means depends upon the which types of diode you can use. There are series of diodes are there. So many types of diodes are there, and the range is 2 volt to 200 volt. मग जर VZ हा 2 volt असेल तर डेफिनेटली आपल्याला रिव्हर्स बायस व्होल्टेज हे लेस दॅन 2 व्होल्ट ठेवावं लागेल, त्यावेळेस ते सर्किट ऑपरेट होईल. इज इट दॅट क्लिअर? सो दॅट इज द बेसिक theory behind the reverse bias diode is that. And now with this conclusion, let me stop here. Now I will try to make that conclusion in the reverse bias. The first thing is that when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, the P region of a diode is connected to the negative terminal, and the N region of a diode is connected to positive terminal of external battery. The second conclusion is that when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, width of depletion layer get increased. Is it right? Third thing is that a very small current will flow in a reverse bias diode, and that current is in order of 10 raised to minus 6 ampere or 10 raised to minus 9 ampere, means microampere to nanoampere, and this is because of only minority charge carriers. Get it my point? And the fourth thing is that this small current is called as reverse saturation current. Is it right? And from that we can make that conclusion, when the diode is connected in a reverse bias, the resistance of the reverse bias diode is always having its a high value, and that is nothing but in order of mega ohm. So these are the points related to the reverse bias thing is that. Okay. So with this conclusion, so today we are going to stop here, and from the next session we will directly see that the application of a PN junction diode.